Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Free Pattern Friday. Yay! Free Pattern Friday. I am going to do a Windmills block, but it's a little asymmetrical, and hopefully this is a lot of fun. It's going to turn out just really cute. I've got some golds here and some deeper golds and some reddy browns, and I thought, oh, this would be a pretty autumn quilt block to do. But first, let's get to our shout out, because Tasha from Tasha Quilts is on our radar this week. Now, we're filming this at the end of October, and I've been watching her, and yeah, she has a very interesting voice. So when you go over there and you like what you see, hit her subscribe button and both, share, like, and subscribe both of our channels to your friends and other quilting groups, because that would help build our business here to help provide you with more free patterns. That would be great. Also, another free sew along that's coming up on our channel here is called the Chaos Sew Along. Now, we don't have a date, but when we do, the date will appear in the show notes. It's really important to get into those show notes because you get the cutting instructions, Tasha's YouTube channel, the date for the Chaos Sew Along to start. All of that comes in. Now, the Chaos Sew Along is going to be larger pieces, right? So the finished the size of the unfinished subunits are 4.5 inches square or 4.5 by 8.5. So get your scraps all organized. You could even do this with string blocks if you wanted to. So it would be kind of a fun way to use up those string blocks that kick around. And you can put any color to it that you want and any low volume that you want, because basically it's colors and low volume. So it's going to be pretty cool when we're done. Also, we have a Facebook group. The Facebook group is warm and welcoming. We have so many community chats going on. We do all the same thing other Facebook groups do. So we show pictures of what we finished, and we ask questions, and we get ideas. And then we do things like, free, we have a community chat just dedicated to free patterns. People go out and find free patterns. They post them on their the website there in the chat. And there's Saturday snippets, Thankful Thursday, free recipes, the fabric swaps by country, we do those, and we just have general, and then there's just a general chat where everybody just gets to hang out and talk with people and get to know them. We also have a virtual sewing room in Discord for the members of the Facebook group. That means that you have now a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week sew date if you wish to attend. You just let people know that you're going into the Discord room, and other people that are sewing, a lot of times it doesn't take very long for other people to come join you. And it's a lot of fun in there. Sometimes I try to get in there, and I've enjoyed it. I never know who I'm going to sew with, so it's always a lot of fun. Also, we have Zoom sew dates. Now, are going to be listed from now until December. I haven't looked at 2025 yet, but once I do, those dates are going to appear in there as well. So this is going to be, it's something we decided we're going to continue doing. It's 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I have so much fun on those sew dates, and so do the people that come. It's a boisterous group, and we all talk, and everybody has a chance to show what they're working on. If you don't feel like sewing that day and you want to bring your crocheting, bring it. It's a great place to come hang out. I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting guilds, and I talk about elements of design, using fabric scraps, and making charity quilts. So if your group or guild is looking for that kind of a person to come talk to you, put my name forward. I'd be happy to try and accommodate them. The speaking engagements I've had they're really good. I get to talk to so many quilters out there, and I'm so inspired by what I see in their show and tell. So I think that's it. Okay, let's come on in. Let's get to the sewing of the Windmills. Okay, so we're at the sewing machine, and let's do the hardest bits first. Let's get those half square triangles sewn. That's basically the hardest bit here, right? And I'm just going to run them through. I have them all lined up here because I cut it with an easy angle ruler. And if you guys haven't tried the easy angle ruler, you should. Because, wow, really nice tool. Really nice tool to have in your arsenal. And I did give you the cutting instructions for the traditional. So, there. Okay. Why is that? Well, we'll have to... There's a ripple. There is a ripple in my... when I sew. That's strange. Well, we'll have to see what that is. Okay, so anyways, let's get the next ones done. Ugh. Very strange to have a ripple. Okay, let's see if that prevents the ripple. Just by doing a little quick back stitch. I've got a ripple showing up and I'm not sure why. So what I do is I press it flat with my finger and then just do a back stitch, 1 or 2 quick back stitches. That solves the problem. So you can continue sewing. It's a temporary fix, right, is what I'm saying. Something's probably awry with the bobbin. Oh no. And again, that's strange. So you're making 4 half square triangles of each. And you're going to flatten that out. And of course the cat's around. And there we go. But you could do like any color. You can throw any color into this, right? So, and it would work. It would work grand. Okay. Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press to the dark. So that means I'm finger pressing this way. And I'm going to clip off that little dog ear. I'll probably do that first. And, okay, here. Do that. Get that pressed. There. There we go. Okay. There. There as well. Okay. Now, what you can do is you can lay them out like that. You're going to put them out so that they make a pinwheel, because that's what you're aiming for, is a pinwheel. So you want to match up that center. Make sure you want to match up the outer edge, but more importantly, you want to match that center so you get a perfect little point going on. There. And there. Now, again with the darker one, oh yeah, trim them first. Just trim them, get them over with. Yeah, throw those to the dark side. Yeah. So anyways, getting back to that easy angle ruler, that is one thing you can just use, and you can cut half square triangles right out of your stash, or like your strips, and that is just huge, right? I mean, that is just such a wonderful thing to do, right? I'm just lining the other one up, and I'm lining it up the same way, the same orientation, right? Here. Here we go. Just like that. Okay, and again, you're making you want to make sure that this edge matches, right? So you put a couple stitches in. Now, and you want to make sure that that point nests perfectly. And again, oops, I pressed one of these wrong. No, I didn't. Okay, how is this supposed to go? Yeah, like that and like that. Well, why is this going the wrong way? Ugh, this is pressed wrong. Oh no. Okay. Sorry. Hang on. just a little mess. Hang on, I gotta fix up. There we go. There. Okay. And there we go. Through just like that. Okay. So now we're going to go the other way and get that really nice. See that sharp point? You see how they're going to come together really nice? Okay. So line this up. Take your time. Line it up nice. My machine is doing that ripply thing, and I'm not sure if I like it. So the top goes down, the bottom goes, the top goes this way and the bottom goes this way, right? So, because then your seam will swirl properly, which is nice, and then it lies really flat. Okay. There, okay. And line up the end. And go. Open this up. Same thing. You're going to do the same thing. Just like that. Okay. There we go. Again, the bottom is, the seam is pointing this way, and the top, the seam is pointing this way, right? So that's going to help you get that nice sharp point that you're looking for. There we go. There we go. And that matches up beautifully. Okay, now. There. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, and those seams are all going around like this. So I want to spin the seam here in the center so that it moves in the same direction, right? So I want that to go that way and that to go this way. So now this point in the center is nice and flat, right? So it's going to lie flat. And again, the same thing, because I've sewn them all the same way. This one is going that way, and this one's going that way. And the rest of them are just lying nice and flat because I've broken up that center, and the seam is now lying nice and flat with my points perfectly matched up. So now let's pull this all back. So what I want to do is I want to take this block right here and sew this way. It's an asymmetrical block. So it's kind of like the pinwheels are put in joined pairs. And this goes this way. You line that up. There we go. There, now. So now you're going to lay this back out because it's not going to lay nice and flat, right? You're going to lay it back out. So this is kind of a conjoined pinwheel, right? Okay. So now, there we go. Let's seam is that way to go. That's going to go this way. There we go. So this now is your center block. And then you're going to put a picture frame around it, right? So see, they're conjoined. They're like a little pair, right? And, okay. And now you're going to put this down first. Why is this hooking up? Okay, there we go. So now, oops, okay. There we go. And okay, I'm going to push this one this way. I'm going to push this one this way. There, oops. Okay. There we go. And there. Now, because I had such a hard time doing the math for this, I know this is too long, right? I get it. I get that this is too long. So, now, I only had 2.5 inch strips of these, so it was like, okay, well, I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this and make a little divot on both of these. Fold them exactly in half and make a little divot. And now what we're going to do is we're going to sew this, because this is a 12.5 inch strip, right? So we're going to put that divot right on top of the center. Okay. And we're going to sew it. And this will just, the excess will just trim off and put into our string bin. But I just, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out the math yesterday. And I was like, I have fibromyalgia. No, it's not an excuse. But I have fibromyalgia. And every once in a while, it doesn't matter how hard I try or how much I do, I simply cannot figure something out. So yesterday was one of those days. Huh. So I couldn't figure out what to cut. But that's okay. We got it today. And I will put the correct measurements for that shorter bar in the cutting instructions. But sometimes I just have to get through something first. Because there's this much missing. No, I could have fudged this and made this longer and just decided, okay, we're going to run with the mistake and nobody will notice. That's not how I do things, right? Sometimes you have to realize that I make mistakes too, and I do my very, very best to fix them. So that's how we roll around here, you know? We're not perfect. We're not the be-all and end-all of quilting. Sometimes we have problems with math. Quilt math is not fun some days. But that's okay. At least you'll know how to fix it. Okay, now cut this end off. This will finish, by the way, at 12.5 inches, right? When I'm done, because this, like I say, this outer strip here was 12.5 inches. So now, what I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to quickly show you the backs to show you how everything kind of sewed out, right? Like the pinwheels do nest, and you can swirl your seam, and I could probably do a better job of swirling that seam to get it to lie nice and flat for the yellow one, but it is what it is, and it's falling apart. This one turned out much better. So now I'm going to go this way, and I'm just going to clip this right here so it will lie the right way, because I twisted my seam, and because this seam right here push the fabric that way, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to our cutting mat, and I'm going to trim it up. We're going to iron it. We're going to give it a good iron, trim it to 12.5 inches, and we'll get to our ta-da moment. So here is Windmills. Now, Windmills is one of these blocks that has a lot of low volume in it, so it would, you know, you could do if you were doing it like a color in white or a color in cream or whatever, you have a lot of space, so it's a very restful looking design. But what you would do is you would take one block this way, and then you would turn it, right? So it creates, you know, all these little pinwheels in pairs dancing across your quilt. Now, I did put the correction for this size, for this 8.5 by 1.5 inch, in the cutting instructions in the show notes. So go looking for that. Everything else has worked really great. And spinning your seams on your pinwheels do reduce the bulk significantly. So that's something to consider and look after. But this one comes together as a great scrap buster, and you could make a lot of these very quickly if you had the easy angle ruler that you just cut out of strips then. So I hope you give this one a try, and you have an absolutely fabulous week ahead, because you're you, and I'm very happy that you came to join us today. So you guys stay well and take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!